Hey, I just want to be real clear and that it not be taken out of context and just to see where I'm coming from, where I'm really, really coming from. I left New York 5 years ago to come and study here. And I left after the World Trade Center tragedy. And I left everything and to do this because this is what I knew I had to study and to get up on this stuff in order to do what I needed to do that I have been wanting to do all my life since I was really young. I did the paintings when I was 20 years old. And so I'm just trying to reduplicate the paintings as four concepts. And that's why, well, there's other concepts, but the main big ones. And that's why I don't put them down because they were in my head and they were lost in New York through struggle. I left the time I had a girlfriend. She went back to Japan, and then the world crumbled, and the World Trade Center thing, and so I have been studying. I've been studying and trying to make it the best I can, any way I can, to get to that next level. And I worked so hard. I'm thankful because in the meantime, for just being in a box for like 5 years. I don't know why it took me so long because I do things thoroughly, and so I've learned a lot of the programs. And I was a teacher. I taught in several colleges. I ran a computer graphics business in New York on Broadway. I worked for a Fortune 5. So I know I'm crazy, but that's probably just an outlet. And I know I'm silly and goofy and all that stuff. Really silly and goofy. But it's just an outlet. And that's what YouTube was because, a crew of guys that were my colleagues, they just turned their back on me and just ousted me. And really, and I've been burnt a lot, and I keep getting burnt. So I don't blame anybody else, and I'm not blaming anybody else. I know I'm free and open, because that's the way I want to live my life. But there's some logistical concerns about if I'm gonna get a film done, and if you want to be a part of it, it's going to be a unique and wonderful thing. I have production management skills and critical thinking skills. So I know how to work up a production workflow and pipeline with critical thinking skills and to project manage, and the technical aspects of it as well. You'll see that in some of my other videos. But like I said, the YouTube stuff was just outlet. It was outlet. It was just a really unfortunate thing after, a group of guys who were all from, mainly it's just the, oddly enough, the foreign guys, like guys from Germany, France, all around the world, Brazil, they loved me. As the American guys didn't like me, and maybe one or two Australians, but they were threatened, and because I was just growing really fast, and I do that. And that's funny, I've actually only studied some of the high-end software for the last year, so, but I have that root foundation knowledge, and all of that creativity that you see, I want to put that in my films, and people have been writing me, and I thank you for the people who have been writing me and giving me moral support, because I know moral support is what helps, and that's why I was having such a hard time around those other guys, because nobody tells me I do good, you know. I'm not trying to feel sorry for myself with sympathy, but I can only have people that can help me morally and my morale rather, and so it's been a really lonely trip, and I'll be honest, and I want to put all my business out in public, but I don't have. This is bad because I used to have a lot of girlfriends, situation. I don't have a social life anymore, and I've been independent. I've done things for Disney, that Meet the Robinsons movie, but that's freelance out of my apartment in this little one studio room, and I've literally locked myself in here. And so the only leak I have had has been YouTube, and as soon as I stick my head out like a turtle, I get, and it's not like that, because really I love you, and I love you, and I love, I'm gonna tell you why. No, I can't tell you why, because I can't tell you why. I can tell you privately, but I can't tell you why. But get your friends, whoever is interested. If you know somebody who wants to support me making a movie, and I'm not asking. That's what I want to be clear. I'm not asking for a handout or a favor. We can work out percentages. We can work out residual income. We can work out sponsorships, angels. We can work out any kind of contractual type of commitment, expectations, anything. I'm not asking for a handout. I'm saying if you were inspired by my work, and there's people inspire me, and I try to give it back some kind of way. And so that's not such a big thing. But there are people that just rip me, and I've been ripped by some really big people that rip me and just won't. And feel free if you want to say, hey, he's going to do something really great and creative, we can do that. And I mean, from things to come, but it's so hard just with these, And yes, I've taught in several colleges. I've never graduated from college, but I've taught accredited college courses, self-taught. So this is not a joke. This is not a game. And you know that. And, but I don't have that I don't have that cutthroat killer instinct. So I left the music industry. I've seen guys blow $250,000 budgets because they were BSing, and I've seen, there's some really great directors, those billionaires, not billionaires, maybe millionaires, have come in my studio when I had a business. And again, before I started working for a corporate giant, the stuff I get freelance from New York. It's been one miracle after another, and so I'm not dependent on anybody else to make my thing happen. It's gonna happen. I'm just saying, I locked myself. I burnt out. I was studying so many programs that my head just said, "Ouch!" I just couldn't do anymore. Every time I looked at the computer, and I paid for everything with my own, sweat. So I'm just saying, I'm saying if you've already benefit, which some of you know you have, and again, I got love for you because I put it out there. It's not out of hate, and I already been through the hate thing. Oops, they burnt me, they stole my shit, excuse me, they stole my stuff, and I haven't, I was so hurt behind it that I didn't work for 2 years after that, wouldn't create. Because they ripped a part of me out. They took a part of my soul, my personality, and just put it on Front Street. And, and like I said, the only reason I'm saying anonymously is if you don't want to have a recognition, just straight into my PayPal through somebody else. I ain't asking no questions, hush, 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 and no, I won't come after you, because, I don't have the resources anyway. And it's not worth it to me. And, God blesses me anyway. But I just would love to work with you and to love to make greater things happen. Y'all snipped the little iceberg stuff. Why y'all hit me for the gold? I got the treasures up here. I knew what I was doing. I never put that stuff down. I'm crazy, but I ain't stupid. So I'm just saying that there's a lot more that sometimes it hurts me that stuff doesn't ever make it out. Let's do it right. I mean, is it? I tried to buy a hot dog, and I swear that guy, I tried to buy a hot dog from this guy off on the side. And I swear that guy tried to take me for $1.50 on my hot dog. Can't we do it right? Can't we work together? I know that sounds silly, corny, but I mean, it would be so much better. You think you benefit now? Bless me, you be blessed. Believe me, for real. Don't curse me, because it ain't funny.